Welcome. I'm glad you can tune in this week to Your Church. We are a MCC denominational church, the Metropolitan Community Church. And here at Your Church MCC, we are a fully inclusive Christian church of the LGBTQ community. We do ask that before you watch this video, you watch the preceding videos to help prepare your mind and heart for worship. I'm Pastor Roger Cook, and today we have with us Alison. She is a member of Generation Z, the largest people group coming up, in our nation, in our world. These are the people who are changing and shaping our culture. They are the people who all of marketing is turning towards trying to decipher their minds and fulfill their needs, and in business. And I really think that it should be also the church as we turn and look at people's journeys, look at people's faith. But she's here today to talk about some very interesting issues, and I'm very glad to have her here with us. I'm glad to have her in the Your Church family. And so please turn your attention and welcome Alison. And that's no pressure whatsoever, is that? How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Doing great. And one thing we talked about last night, and we'll kind of just continue the conversation today if we could, is I, as a middle-aged white cisgender man, thought that maybe there was no longer a need for labels among the LGBTQ or rainbow community. And you kind of had a different take on that, and I thought very interesting. Would you want to share a little bit about that?
Yes, I am a 16-year-old, and I identify as pansexual. And I feel as though in 2020, where we are now, where although the LGBT community has been around for hundreds of years, that it's so new and fresh to the older generations and even to the newer generations, and it's still being introduced, that labels are almost needed. In the fact of, without labels, nobody would understand it. Without labels, you would have people calling it fake even more than they do now, and without labels, nobody would really know how to identify themselves. I think that as the community persists and kind of evolves in the world, and the more new people are brought into the world, I don't think that labels will necessarily be that big of a deal, and it'll just kind of be like love and how it's supposed to be. But as of right now, I think that labels are almost needed in order for people to understand it, because without labels, people don't know what to call it.
I really like that. I found that really profound. And something else I thought that was really profound that you discussed, if you don't mind elaborating on, we were talking about love last night, and so it sounds creepy. We see two of us here talking about love, but our families were there. It was all okay. Had a great discussion. And you kind of addressed a little bit about love and orientation and sexuality. Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Oh yeah. To me personally, and I mean, of course, people will disagree and people will say otherwise, but to me, I don't think that sexuality is kind of a social construct in the whole word itself, because I think that everybody has the capability of loving anybody. Now, of course, you will be attracted to men, or you will be attracted to women, or whoever you're attracted to, but I don't think that sexuality is what it defines us as. I think that, and I know several people that they will say that they are physically and emotionally attracted to men, but they are only emotionally attracted to women. Therefore, they could have sex and be involved in all the sexual desires with a man and emotional, but with women, they can only see themselves with them emotionally, meaning they could get married with a woman just without the sex component of it. And so in that case, I feel as though sexuality isn't really what we have in ourselves, it's just love. You love who you do, and that can be anybody. So.
And I really like that, and I thank you for your openness in talking about that. And I really do think, that's what it comes down to. Love is love. And as we do turn to matters of faith, the Bible tells us that, even in 1 John it talks about, how all the love overcomes because God is love. And I thank you for being here with us today. Thank you.
No problem.
And I would like to invite you also to tune in again with us, and to please consider supporting this ministry, supporting this work. We are in the NRV. We're currently in Radford. Thank you for joining us today virtually. We invite you to join us physically, and we need your help. Like I always say, I'm recording this on an iPhone on a tripod in the living room. It's our meeting space. and we'd love to have you be part of it, whether it be in music ministry or teaching or in any other aspect. And if you'd like to support this ministry financially as we try to, combat food insecurity in our communities and some other things that we're trying to do, we'd love to share more about that with you. Just DM me. I can share it with you online, can meet you in person, or we'd love to have you come by and visit, or even spend some time on the couch so we can talk about it if you felt up to that. But thank you again for turning in to Your Church MCC, and we hope you join us again next week. Now, if they wanted to find you anywhere on social media, where do they look for you at?
You can find me on Instagram. My username is oranges.alley, and the A in the oranges is an X.
Okay.
It's very complicated.
If we can, we might put it at the bottom of this video. Hey, thank you guys. Hope you have a great week.